就食完呢個打完邊爐啦，咁我哋又翻嚟繼續玩 NBA2K16。係啦，睇個標題都知我哋玩咩啦，就係我至中意同埋我個頭又大嘅 My Career 啦。咁呢個對我表弟嚟講其實係一個缺陷嚟嘅，因為咧佢係永遠唔會睇咧教練俾嘅指示嘅，但係咧要睇指示先會贏。好啦，咁我哋而家就入去。好正！睇住啊 Stephen Curry 上籃個樣啊，真係，好啦，嗰個唔係，係啦，咁咧，我而家咧其實係喺度睇緊沙羅嘅，我係喺我床上嗰部機咧就打緊，而下面咧我阿媽嗰啲就喺度睇沙羅。其實3分波先，今日手氣會係點咧？唔知啦。出去，4個靚波。Oh yeah， 我識啦！等，嗱，每人射一球3分，爆一球籃啊！咪住，我仲有一球爆籃未爆。等，唔成功，再嚟。好。等又唔成功嘅，頭先明明得咗嘅，點解縮手咧佢會？係，未得啊嗱，未入到。未爆到籃，我唔會罷休㗎啦。好嘈！算啦，由佢，佢爆唔到啦，算啦。3分波，一個3分波。最基本要入到個3分波先。好啦，我啱咪射完呢球3分波，你就可以同各位觀眾講拜拜。哦，得啦，我知喺邊度撳啦，我知去到邊度先撳。哇，好難玩啊！唔係要去到白色嗰個弧形線嗰個位。咁好啦，好啦，我哋今日打邊隊啊？我哋係公牛啊嘛，係嘛？我哋而家係打呢個 Holland。連續客場比賽結束，因為我都打主場。
We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon. But now's not the time to be looking
ahead.
I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
Greetings, everyone, from Charlotte as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest live from the Time Warner Cable Arena. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K sports team and the NBA?
Ready, gentlemen?
Welcome, everyone. Ready? With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Lynn in for Jeremy Lamb. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Freaks checked in for Doug McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. And the players on your screen now have been experts with the ball in their hands for the last 10 games, leading the small forward position in assists. Fifth on the list, Nick Batum.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. Very unselfish players at a position where you don't see a lot of offensive facilitating.
Yeah, you know, these guys are really more than capable of going it alone if the situation calls for it. But they much prefer to have everybody involved in the offense, and they go out of their way to try to make that happen.
Taking a look at the Bulls, Wong in at shooting guard. Mirotic out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Taj Gibson, and it's Brooks in at the point.
好嗎？可唔可以攞個指甲鉗俾我？得啦得啦，你攞俾我先。
Two shots.
好快啫。
That's good from Gibson. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. GA, he's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
多觀眾晒佢，爸爸，唔該晒。
You know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter, it had been mostly a 6-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go backwards like that.
Brooks dishes to Freak. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Hornets trail by 3.
And talking about Gibson, if he ever wants to be seen as a high-level starter, he needs to work on a few things. More bankable moves in the post, more fluid post game, if you will, and really increased strength and consistency. I think those things will carry him to that starting five.
They set the pick. Freak sets a screen for Brooks. And again, Chicago, no good. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Walker against Brooks. Walker the pass to Kaminsky. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Shots good by Gibson. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. There's a screen by Hansbrough. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Lynn. Doubled by Wong. Lynn dishes to Hansbrough. 6 to shoot. Outside, Lynn nails the wide-open jump shot. 36 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Walker against Brooks. And Gibson kicks to Butler. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Mirotic gets the bucket. Charlotte trailing. Now, here's Walker. 17 points for him last game against Washington. Tries from 10. Nice D from Brooks. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. It's the Bulls up 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
The biggest difference is endurance, both mentally and physically. The college season is what, 30, 40 games max? It's not even halfway through an NBA season. Plus, you're playing against the best talent every night. I'm just trying to put in work, get in the gym.
仲有咧，我波3個號數咧，我係揀咗咩？
Group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Hansbrough's coming for Marvin Williams. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And Walker subbed in for Jeremy Lin. They've got Batum. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Tyler Hansbrough. And it's Kaminsky in at the center, walking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And Gibson kicks to Button. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Jimmy Butler.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And it's penetrating, and a foul call on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Kidd-Gilchrist had that very funky jumper coming into the league. And prior to last year, really worked tirelessly. Not an easy thing to do to try to change the entire form and structure of your jump shot.
And he sinks the second. Clark for Kidd-Gilchrist, and his shot, it seemed to be a step in the right direction for his entire offensive game.
Well, Kevin, it was the first year of reworking that jump shot, and the mid-range percentage has gone up as a result. That's positive progress.
Brooks misses.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And guys, Nicholas Batum is a real greyhound on the floor. The guy's got long strides, runs fast, long and limber. Clarkie covers a lot of ground.
Extremely active at both ends of the court, Kevin. Great versatility. He can defend 3 positions, and he's played big minutes for the Blazers.
Feeds it to Freak. Fires from 18. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Hornets leading by 9. Walker with it. Guarded now by Aaron Brooks. To the paint. And slam dunk by Kidd-Gilchrist.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
And so that brings...
睇我啦，對實晒啲 mark 位㗎。
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Hansbrough's coming for Williams. Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. Taking a look at the Bulls. Wong, he's in at shooting guard. Taj Gibson is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Dunleavy, and it's Brooks in at the point guard. Here's Wong. Can't get it to go. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Hansbrough setting the pick for Lin. He dishes it to Kaminsky. Bounces high off the rim and flops. Kaminsky's got 5 points so far.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
And the pass to Dunleavy. There's a screen. Here's Mirotic. Another three for Chicago.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Pau Gasol is checked in for Mike Dunleavy. Bulls trail by 12. Brooks, the pass to Gasol. The feed to Freak. He kicks to Mirotic.
逼到
6
佢
on the
喎，
shot clock.
得出邊外面啊！
And that one hits
外
back
面
iron.
啊！
And a big lead for them on
I
both
know
the
I did that,
scoreboard
didn't
and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
They double in with Freak. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Misses the jumper. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Brooks. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Gibson with the screen on Lynn. Brooks with no one around. They get it back. Misses the shot. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to...
點解到你啦？
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth.
咁多都冇得追，冇俾你講，你都輸㗎啦。
So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. What a show they put on here.
Well, Al, this was a game.
The 2K Sports
四節
post-game
嚟
show.
㗎，你都冇出過場，你打得滯，教練唔俾你出啫嘛。
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome. Al Jefferson. The entire second half was just phenomenal. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
當你唔記得嘅時候，你咪睇咯。但係你知道邊個贏，你就睇。好啦，咁趁仲有時間，你會打多場。 我買佢又真係識打喎，冇問題。我教唔到你喎，真係教唔到你喎，冇可能㗎。我朋友。
As I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff, you evil twins, CC and Dom got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your image is cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
Nah. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature. All right, take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rob a bodega. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus group, all right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B, go ahead. But recalibrate back to Harlem. Remind these fools where you from. Represent. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Jesus piece you used to rock? Now that Shuttlesworth.
With them fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. Yo, let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make it flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club, I don't know, something. Just throw your weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some, too.
Yeah, and get some nice free vet, too.
Nah, but for real, in all seriousness. think it's that bad?
Yo. Cats be laughing. Commercials be.
Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we could change all that. Hey, now I know CC's your manager and all, but everywhere she leads, you can't always follow. Now, I'm not trying to catch no charge, but CC got people out here laughing at you, fam. Now, just let me take care of everything. You the CEO, I'm the CFO, Chief Flossing Officer. You hit me with that bread, and I got you.
CC.
How y'all doing?
CC?
Freak, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what up?
In private?
CC, go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought we were supposed to be having a private meeting today to discuss business.
CC, what you think we're doing?
Am I talking to you? You know what? Y'all ain't talking business. Y'all talking nonsense.
We were actually discussing the questionable nature of the promotional strategy that you and Dom have employed on Freak's behalf, and how it doesn't necessarily resonate with his core fan base, primarily due to the fact that it negates the legitimacy of his personal background and history in favor of reaching a larger, primarily more disinterested demographic that would prefer to judge Freak's past as opposed to appreciate it.
Yo, what Yvette said, 4 times 25, 100.
Oh, so now you know your times tables. Yvette, occasionally proving that you're articulate doesn't mean you have business acumen. Beyond, of course, your clear mastery of basic arithmetic. We all know you can add up how much Freak makes.
Okay, Cece, that's enough.
No, you know what, Cece? You're absolutely
Anywho,
right.
Freak,
And speaking of basic arithmetic, how much of Freak's money do you take?
Okay, what did I just say about
That's
Team
what
A manager?
What did I
Is that
just
what
say
you know
about
No,
Team
the
Freak?
only members of Team
Good.
Freak in here are me and you.
Oh, you know what, Cece? This isn't the womb, okay? It's not just you and Freak.
Speaking of, how's that going for you?
Hey, come on.
Oh, snap!
You gonna let her
Hey,
talk to me
yo,
like that, really?
It's
You can check
way
her
too
now.
cold in here, and I ain't even
Check
talking
her
about
now.
the weather. Yo,
Yeah.
I'm out.
You know what? I think
I'm
I'll
out.
join you.
No, darlings, please. Please, have a seat. I would just love to hear what you all were just discussing. Better yet, let me guess. Hey, yo, I'm saying, dude, what you need to do is hit up these parties. Yeah, you need to show these fools how you still have mad love for the hood. Get you some flossy jewels. Make sure every time they see you whistling the new whip. Better yet, let's get us a dealership or a club or something. Never mind that house you promised your twin sister, you promised you get for your parents who are still in the projects where you left them.
Yo, that's not fair. I ain't leaving my ass.
Hey,
and you know I'll never leave our parents in
thing,
projects.
fam. I'll take care of everything. All you gotta do is break me off with that bread. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow. You know what, Cece? I don't know what's going on with you tonight, but I think it's best you go home. We will continue our meeting here.
You asking me to leave?
Yes.
Hey, yo, Freak. It's all good, man. As a matter of fact, CC. I know you like me. You never have. I don't know what I ever did to you. But at this point, does it really matter anymore?
矮過我咯。
I just want you to know.
其實我所有朋友都係
I'm
矮過
really
我
sorry. But whatever it was,
冇乜人高過
I
我
can
咯。
honestly say
除咗學校咧，
it was
我
not
嘅資深同學
intentional.
我啲同學啦，例如嗰個
Freak.
叫咩洪思成啊，
Think about what I said earlier,
咩
man.
喂
I ain't trying to catch no charge.
喺度睇到 Play Now 嘅情景，哇！真係 Stephen Curry 大戰立邦 James。
但係點解個畫面會
係啊，係咁嘅喎。
呢個16年嚟？
係16啊，都係16啊。
因為咧係外國，係外國。
意思
You know I love you more than life itself.
And how come you always put them before me? I don't put anyone above you, not even myself.
You sure about that, Cece? What would you just call all this? I mean, you come in here blowing up my spot and you insult my brother?
He's not our brother.
You disrespect my woman.
He's trying to protect you.
From who? From the likes of you? But you don't think I realize that I have vultures and blood-sucking leeches in my life? Don't think I realize that you're one of them?
Bloodsucker?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what I think the problem is. It's because you realize you're no better than them and you're ashamed. But in fact, you're worse. Because we share the same blood. And just because they don't have the same blood running through their veins as us, doesn't mean that they don't love me. Yeah, their love might be flawed, but it's true. What you need to understand is I don't need you to protect me anymore. I don't mind the people closest to me leeching off me. Yes, you do leech off me, and I leech off you too. You love business and you love me. I use that. Vic? Vic? You know you don't mind running these streets. He's my connection to things I don't want to deal with anymore, so I let him do him. I take care of him, and in return he looks out for me in places you know you can't.
一個白色衫，
And as much as you don't want to hear this,
之後藍色、白藍色衫，一個係白綠色衫嘅，白藍色衫啊，咪阿峰咯。
She is my only calm. She's my peace. My shelter.
阿叔，我播過。
I use these people and they use me. I just don't call it that, CC.
好大聲下喎。
I don't call what you do using me. I call what you do caring for me. Forgive yourself and forgive them for using the resources at their disposal to get what they need. And what you need to learn to do is just trust me. Okay, I've always had a good judge of character, even before I was born. Remember? Because I chose to come in this world with you. That's right. It was me and you in the womb just kicking it. Right? Right?
I was born first.
Yeah, you were. Swish.
Some people say you just a hanger-on, that you're a leech. Why is that the word?
Because people just don't know.
They be hating?
They be hating. They hating on my game. They hating on our friendship. See, FOF, friend of freak. See, nobody got that like I do. And everybody else wants that. Who doesn't? But that's my boy. I'm in that spot. That is my lane. And everybody else just got to make way for that, you know?
That's him, but who are you?
Nah, man, I got my own life, you know? People think I'm just sitting back and riding on him, but that's not the case, yo.
佢傻嘅喎，自己同自己講嘢喎。
yo. See, my boy knows. There's two ways that I
佢
could
自
do
己
it. I
同
could
自
do
己
it a
講
legit
嘢，
way,
真係咁
or I
講
could do
嘢
it the
啦。
crooked way. And I'm really,
但
really,
係
really
又
trying
係
not to
自
do it
己
the，crooked way, but freak
佢
can't
傻
help me do
喎。
it.
He could put you on?
Maybe. You got to do what you got to do when you need to do it to get ahead. And that's what I do, and I'm just really good at it. What can I say? I get by, day by day, step by step.
WhatsApp，唔係啱啱我開。 好啦，咁咧我哋就打多場好唔好啊？喂，係咯，我哋打多場啫。但係等我射球3分鐘，然後我哋嚟做咩咧？之後我哋嚟個，我係爆籃，我要入樽，嗱我入樽，唔知做咩咯，好搞笑喎！有咩問題？有咩唔同咧？我想問，直線走過去啦，幾型？一係我做2個轉身入去啦。喂，2個轉身喂大佬。型啊！然後咧我就唔進嚇點啊？
我想試啊！
嚇？
得啊！我想。 我要知啊！
知咩啊？
頭先我知，頭先應該13分波我
淨係13分嘅啫。
我要爆冷啊！
等陣。我都冇爆攬，咩啫？我上攬啫嘛，幾時有爆攬啊？你講我上攬啫嘛，幾時有爆攬？然後咁樣上攬咯。
好啊！我由呢邊走過去啦。
哦，點解得嘅？我夠知咯，好似當初我教你喎呢樣嘢，有鬼用？衝啊！鬼用嘅，好，我哋前去下一個比賽，哎。
John Wall. I'm psyched for this one. Dude is tough as nails. You know you're in for a battle when you're up against him.
加2場比賽。
Big matchup for this team.
我打埋呢場之後，仲有2場要打。
We shut him down. We win this game. Period.
有時間。
But that's what I'm gonna try to do.
9點啫嘛，今日12點幾先瞓。講起今日大除夕。嗱，各位觀眾，我想你哋留言咧，你哋今日咧係即係點解咧？去邊度玩咁話咧？你哋睇少少，睇未？我想問各位觀眾咧，今日係睇咗啲咩咧？即係今日去有冇去睇戲啊咁樣咧？我咧琴日就睇咗呢個《星球大戰》嘅原力的。
Thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got an Eastern
2點完啊，唔係2點完，然後咧會去打籃球，之後咧3點我咪走咯。
By the way, was also in this building.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Paul Gasol. Freaks checked in for Doug McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. And then for Washington, Porter's checked in for Nene. Gary Neal comes in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. So on the floor for Washington, Jerry Dudley out with Otto Porter Jr. Then it's Gary Neal. Then there's Ramon Sessions. And it's Gortat in at the 5 spot. Here's Neal, defended by Wong. 5 to shoot. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
He runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. Yeah, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
Here's Wong, and he gets it down.
Got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
得啦，因為聽日我早啲起身做啦。
With a screen on Brooks. Sessions dishes to Dudley.
好啊。
There's the pick. Pass to Sessions. Dudley with a screen for Sessions. It's Gortat with the drive. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back.
好啦，已經入過波啦，咁我哋係咪有勇氣啊？
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. So on the floor for Washington, the great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots.
Nene
and Gortat team up in the paint, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. They get it again.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
And that one's good.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline play.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And Washington making a change. Temple's checked in. Wall passes to Temple. They set the pick. Back to Wall. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Doug McDermott.
And guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
And so Wall nails both of them. Last season, a mixed bag for Wall statistically. Some steps forward, but overall, lower numbers.
Yeah, but, you know, he didn't score as much as he had the previous 2 seasons, but he was more efficient. And sometimes, Kevin, the better your team, the less you have to do, but he clearly is a better player.
For Wall, guys, he played more of a traditional point guard role, but double-digit assist numbers at 10 a game for him, really strong.
And also for Wall, his usage was down. I mean, a few less minutes played, fewer shots taken. Overall, though, I thought it was a big step towards becoming more of a traditional point guard. And the Wizards
sorry.
And that one's good.
His ball distribution tonight, just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, there's no line in those totals.
Rose against Wall. Here's Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists tonight.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Here's Temple. There's a screen by Gortat. Jumper off the screen. No good. Good work defensively by Gasol. So for Washington, their last game a loss to the Pelicans.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding to me is all about heart. The willingness to get in there and mix it up, do your work early, get to that inside position. And I didn't see any of that fight from them.
Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, the 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
And he banks in the layup. Rose has got 7 points.
I mean, he makes plays like that, and his sleep, the game is just far too easy.
There's a screen by Gortat. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
You better listen to that.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
And the technical free throw is good. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. There's a screen by Gortat. Here's the 3. And again, Washington with the triple. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time.
Down low, Here's Temple, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 6 assists now in the game. Bulls trail by 9. 1:43 left here in the second. Hits the front of the rim and out. Washington has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Here's Wall. Another one falls for Washington.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The clock runs out.
Bradley, it certainly seemed to be a focus of this team to have...
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here. Brooks checked in for McDermott. Washington. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is out there with Freak, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Outside Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Wow, way off on that.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of
well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also, was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history. And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor. And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
咁咧，咁我而家咧，我就見到好多同學咧都喺度係咁講東京食屍鬼，咁我咪又睇下咯。而家睇晒咯，唔係，正確嚟講係我啲同學勾起我嘅興趣。
Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Rose
我都會叫聽啲同學講去睇咯。我都會叫見到啲同學咁中意呢啲東京食屍鬼，咁我咪跟住啲同學。所以我咪跟住啲同學。
Of the postseason.
Temple gets the bucket.
And when they've gone to him, he has
come through big time.
You gotta keep getting him touches.
Inside, here's Butler, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Now the feed to Temple, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
咩啊？呢個英文版係正常。正常㗎，你唔知㗎？你知唔知日文版嗰首歌咧，最本來係英文嚟嘅，原版係英文唱先嘅。係啦，係英文唱先嘅，之後先到。之後有啲人先喺日文做。錯啦，係我自己知。咁我揾極首歌名咧，佢都淨係咧寫住咩啊？英文版咁樣咯。我揾首歌係都寫住英文版，係要我打埋最後嗰個字先出日文版，所以我原來。
John, a great game.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly... John Wall.
A tremendous night of shooting the basketball.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night. And we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
搞掂。
你睇第一集嗰陣時咧，你睇到見到主角金木啊嘛㗎，佢咧你係咪佢頭髮個樣咧，佢樣好似好冬菇頭咁好咩啊？
好蛇龜嗰種類型咯。梗係咪靚仔晒啦？係勁晒嘅。我係睇揸車嘅，帶咩車咧？警車。垃圾車嚟嘅咋呢部？咩啊？我撩你打嚟啊！詠春。我神代你細嗰個咩喎？你咁得啦
！Okay, yo, he's nice. What's his name? He goes by the name Basquiat, yo. Basquiat puts game down on them bars, yo. I'm telling you. Hey, we record a nice mixtape. Hey, do a nice video. Get some honeys up in there dancing. Hey, we could build a franchise around this, yo. Hey, I want us to do a deal, freak. What you mean by us, Vic? I mean us, as in you and me and you, putting some serious Skrilla behind this and put me on, man. I'm Basquiat. What? You heard me? I'm Basquiat. That's me. That's you?
我之前試過喺隻眼度整咧，即係痛死。
Okay, you nice with it. What? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Thanks, man.
唔係咁樣一撩出嚟嗰一埲咁嘅咁好痛。
And in the end, you reap all the benefits. Think about it.
我呢度都得，勁過你啊！冇聲嘅，實細嘅。佢揸咁耐車，點解佢個軚盤左右擰，但係佢架車唔會炒車㗎？高咁神咯。其實我真係坐喺度啫，我哋每人一節緊。我而家睇緊劇情。拍緊片啊，媽媽睇劇情啊要。
Hundreds of jumpers all over the court with both hands. Hey, you caught onto the ambidextrous thing real fast, though. Right. Now, but you were a beast with the hops. You were like 13, 5'6", and could reverse dunk with two hands. Right. Come on.
有所不知啊，年輕人。
Yeah, used to bug all the older dudes out on the court. Yup. Oh, good times, man. Good times. Vic. It's nothing, man. It's silly, really. Come on, Vic. Fess up. I'm thinking about how fortunate you are. You know how blessed you are. You grew up with a mom and a dad, both parents. Your family treated me like family when my dad died in Greenhaven in his 9th year on his 40-year bid. You remember that? Yeah. And I turn around, my mom's died from that flu. Right. That sick parting gift my dad left my mom's. Oh, I feel you, Vic. It's all right, man. Your mom's and pops are good people. May they rest in power. So you're gonna patronize me now? You're gonna pity the little boy who's worthless, low-budget parents died from AIDS? Is that what you're gonna do? Yo, don't pity me, all right? And don't play me neither. As a matter of fact, go play the lottery, because, hey, you never know. Your chances might be better. Vic.
你隻腳冇我咁長，伸唔到我度。
You got everything, don't you, freak? What do I have?
我靈活過你好多咧。你打機又遲鈍，打籃球又遲鈍。打機我又敏捷，籃球都一樣型，我兩樣喎，足球我都敏捷過你喎，3樣，唔好意思。 嗱，羽毛球我都問住過，你又點話咧？高爾夫球我都唔識打，你得2樣，我有4樣啊！唔好攞嚟講。網球哦3樣啫，我4樣。誒，仲有乒乓波，哦5樣咯喎。保齡球6樣喎。哦，好，1樣咧要有高度先打到桌球。嚇？你唔知 Q 都爭唔到啦，係嘛？啲 Q 高過你，我夠贏過人哋啦，連續3球入晒。我一 Q 入咗3球。你唔好再咁樣睇啊！唔該。哦，搞錯啊！欺騙我啊！你欺騙我啊！排球我識㗎。咁我咪7樣咯，因為我話我識排球㗎嘛。我唔知。閃避球真係唔識喎。
Save that riff for Heathcliff. Yvette told me all about it. I kept it on the low. See if he ever was gonna mention it.
跆拳道你唔識啦啩
You broke the code, B.
跨欄。
Never steps to his boy's booth, even after they break up. You broke the code.
我跨欄整組陸運會第3。
But you know what?
勁。
It's still all love here. But it's you who chooses this life in these streets. You know, you want to get on
Instagram, Facebook, on
Twitter, on Tinder.
咁渣㗎！我哋嗰啲掟圓球啊，好重喎呢球。唔係，咁大粒，好重嘅。用鐵做喎，好似啊，係咪用鐵做㗎？喂，如果有觀眾知嘅話，可唔可以下次留言俾我聽？OK 啦，你繼續。你睇下先。我睇你私隱啦，鬼得閒。鬼得閒睇你私隱 YouTube 咧，你欺騙我啊你！該死啊！
I have hit you off in the past 10 months with $250,000, Vic. $250,000. That's a lot of money.
你開唔開到我密碼？俾埋提示你。我平時我打 GTA 5，我打 GTA Online， 我個用戶名，我個名。
Love is love, but I'm keeping it 10 times 10 with you right now, Vic. 100.
試下喎。
As usual, 100.
你咁長，我點知啫？
好短啫嘛。我自己寫錯。
You right. Right, freak. You've been carrying me for a long time. And I've been a burden and a hindrance to you. And I'm sorry. I thank you for your generosity of finance. I thank you for your
我可唔可以拎紙翻去？咁紀念。
generosity of spirit.
我飲雪梨茶，3個之一，我一定有你。
Big time.
Isaac King。你而家係咪扮緊龍錦威啊 ？This is an order.
Vic, I thought we was never ever gonna talk about it.
Oh, you thought wrong, homie.
你而家要調去嗰唔知咩小島度做督察，唔係話 This is an order.
We had just brought our sheepskin coats from Delancey Street, our senior year high school. You were the hottest prospect in the country. and Donnie's jealous butt, man, he had it out for you and me. But more so you, freak. More so you. Remember when he saw our brand new fresh sheepskin coats? Oh, dude lost his mind. He ran up on you and told you to run it.
Man.
Oh, man, he wanted your coat.
Yo, nah, Vic.
Oh, he wanted it so
Vic,
bad.
no, we were fighting, all right? We were fighting. Okay, then he reached in his coat, and when he pulled, we struggled, man. And when he pulled back, he fell down steroid by himself and cracked his head in two.
Yo, man, hey, calm down. Yo, it's all good. It's all good, fam. I was there.
Yep.
Remember that? I was there. I saw the whole thing. It's like you said. Everything happened so fast.
我唔緊要啊，遲啲再插翻落去，話俾啲觀眾聽我重拍。我冇問，要咪下次再拍，你唔喺度我先拍。你唔喺度我先拍，期間我就唔拍。
When you ran down the flight of steps, left me holding the bag. So your secret is safe from me, Free. Has been and always will be. Safe from that same morality clause that you threw in my face when I was banned from your NBA life. So, next time you want to talk about food, remember. When Dirtbike Donnie looked at you like food, who was it that saved the day? Me! It was me! Victor Van Leer, who cleaned your dirty plate for you! You're a clean freak. You clean it in the Board of Health. 'Cause of who? 'Cause of me! You got all this because of me! And don't you ever forget that!
佢好似好嬲咁，做咩咧？秒嘴啊！我哋主角係啦，我哋主角喺度秒嘴啊！
Oh man!
佢係電視嗰個。
I started something so funny. You gonna get kicked out of this. You gonna get kicked out of this. Yo, I need you to ask for a favor.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro. That's
hilarious.
It might be the last favor I ever ask of you, but you gotta admit that's really funny.
Yeah, of course. Anything for FOF.
Oh, hey, says the NBA megastar is Hey, yo, beat this.
Let
me borrow this here ride, man. Hey, come on. It's not like you're gonna miss it. It's just gonna sit in your Tribeca garage next to your Aston Martin. We both know they're collecting dust. Yo, how many whips you got anyway?
好型，我遲啲改下個樣嘅要。你縮開啊，縮開啊你。
Show an aphrodisiac for all the hottie hots. Man, we live in the life, man. My main man frequency.
今日你講完嘢未啊？喂，只不鬼。
Living the dream.
喂，只不鬼講完嘢未啊？我掹線㗎喂，我真係。
I need this back. At the end of the season, in the same condition. Repeat. Same condition. That I lent it to you. Pristine Vic.
I know what that word means. I
won't
let you down, man. You just ride like one of my own hottie hots.
No, you not. Not in this car, you not. No.
All right, man. I won't let you down.
聽慣啦，都聽過呢個進行。
Yo, you hungry? I'm hungry, man. Let's go get something to eat.
我咪去找啲嘢食。
Let's get some grub. What do you say? What do you say?
唔好再笑啦。
Wow.
點解唔好再笑啊？
再笑我唔拍㗎，你真係。你成程喺度笑，你真係喺我條片度，你佔咗好多位置，你喺度係咁狂笑。我想講嘅嘢我都講唔切啦。好啦，我哋嘅主角返到屋企啦。好似好唔開心咁喎。係咩啫？通常電影都係咁。哇 真係代表時間好耐嘅意思咯，變咗。係咩啫？唔知啊，影啦。
我認到嘅，我唔記得啫喎。
算啦你，唔記得，少睇戲啊你。
Freak, I didn't expect you to be here.
Coach let practice out early.
You okay? What's going on?
Same old.
我哋按摩。
佢個女朋友啊，真係
Wow, your shoulders are really
好
tight.
樣
They
事實，
stressing you
係
out
咪
again?
先？
真係個女朋友嚟㗎咩？
係啊。點解咧？點解佢女朋友會咁鬼醜樣嘅咧？
I'm always gonna be here.
係咪我將我
Baby, I'm your ride or die.
中間分界？
And as quiet as it's kept,
佢啲頭髮中間分界咯。會唔會我改靚仔呢個樣？我有個靚仔呢個女朋友，我試下先。做乜我有皺紋？
I never had this feeling with any other woman in my life. And she gave me a different feeling, which was something I fell in love with. I never asked her to be my girlfriend. It just became that. You could tell when we started falling, like, I get a text message and she's, who's that? And it's just like, oh, so we worried now. Oh, so no more of that? All right, you know what I mean? So that's how I came to agreement.
What's different about Yvette?
Well, when you could teach me something or give me knowledge about anything, I'm already attracted to you as a person. I love learning, and she was very intellectual, and she's a very strong woman. And in this life, I need a strong woman.
佢扮嘢嘅咋，係嘛？通常啲電影都係咁噶啦。其實個女朋友咧最尾咧就一定會識咗另一個男人咯，然後就拋棄我哋咁樣咯。通常都係咁樣應該，冇估錯喎。話佢入比賽內又換總分咗，生涯合計難辦。好啦，咁又完咗啦。咁我哋咧又梗係試下3分波，又少少其他嘢。哇！第一球就入咗。係啦，我都唔知做咩好嚟㗎。咁上啊，不停衝啊！好啦，後人，轉身，綠色嘅贏晒。呢個位，哇！好啦，我哋最後2場啦，我哋應該點啊？哇！而家先仲係9點嘅啦。
The NBA season is a grind.
大家有咩想法咧？
And tonight may be another game in the endless stretch of games. But that don't make it any less important.
今晚因為大除夕，我諗個個都喺12點後先瞓覺啦。
Do what I do. Win games.
打埋呢場波，我要即刻過去整。希望大家容許俾我飛一飛劇情。
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA's celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love.
我負責乜呢個 Dennis Dennis Scott 好吧。
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Teague, and it's Cephalosha in at the small forward position.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Rose goes in, shoots from the baseline. Good, he hits the jump shot. Rose has got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Moving it up, and he hits it to tie the game up. Rose has got his second basket of the night.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Outside Teague, and it's blocked.
又再一個籃板添喎，今日好熱嘅喎。
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It was pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserved coach of the year. I mean, Steve Kerr, there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what he's done, taking the Hawks to the top of the East, a few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple of years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio. But he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Bulls have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Chance there to take the lead, missing. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Pistons in Detroit.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Outside Hardaway. Scott with a screen on Brooks. Hardaway for three, and that one's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Brooks kicks to Gibson, misses in close.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Uses the glass to finish the line.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Bulls trail by 3. Gibson the screen. Brooks with no one around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Scott with a screen on Brooks. Shoots off the screen, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Goes up the baseline. Shot is no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Hawks lead by 2 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale. Tell the way, two of them, sons of medical professionals and.
唔知喎，就係第一節啊。
He's in at shooting guard. Mirotic is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's McDermott, and it's Brooks in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
You know, guys, Taj Gibson now is 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Here's Scott. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Mike Scott, a former second-round draft pick who has carved out a role here in the NBA the last 2 seasons, Clark. He was a major contributor off the bench.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tweener, you know, not big enough to maintain position down low on a consistent basis. Not quick enough to really be a 3-man or small forward, but what he can do is get to the basket, rebound okay, and knock down the deep shot.
And Brooks gets it to go.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that.
Schroeder kicks to Splitter. Outside Hardaway. And it's blocked by Mirotic. And here's Brooks. 5 points in the game. Pass to Mirotic. This one for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Mirotic has got it back down to within single digits for Chicago. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
And getting back to Mike Scott, his 3-point percentage and attempts have increased each year he's been in the league. With a high, quick release, he's capable of making tough shots with a hand in his face in a way other players simply can't.
Passes it to Splitter. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Splitter's got 6.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, you know, getting a few to drop in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense going. You know, guys, we were talking about Scott shooting from downtown, but he can also score from mid-range, pick and pop off the dribble. When he's able to square his shoulders, he's dead there. I mean, he's a versatile big guy with a nice shooting touch.
Here's Brooks. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Left side, Gibson. No one near him. Offensive rebound, and Mirotic throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
And that one's good. Schroeder.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Cannot hit. And we've reached halftime in this one.
個個籃球明星都係咁㗎啦，自己領先。如果你識得射咁，人哋咪贏咯，唉，人哋咪有機會會爭取多一球咯。咩人爭取多一球就輸咯？你諗下啦。點解我唔睇到嘅？冇問。
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
No slowing him.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Freaks checked in for Mike Dunlap. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Cephalosha. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kyle Korver. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Kent Bazemore teed out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Scott, and it's Splitter in its center. The Hawks leading by 9.
Sorry,
Let's a floater go. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
你其實你唔使咁樣嘅，知唔知啊？你唔講嘢得㗎。你唔好出聲啊點啊？仲有唔好壓住啊！
Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks.
And Dennis Schroeder has drawn some comparisons to Rajon Rondo. Long arms, very quick and athletic. He's awfully tough to keep in front of you, but he's also a guy that can knock down a mid-range jump shot.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
There's 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. The kick out to Teague. Good on the triple. Teague's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Now here's Freak. T right on him. That's short off the rim. Gibson with the steal. And stolen by Jeff T. It could go. And no good trying to get. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hawks lead by 12. Splitters checked in for the Hawks. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Kyle Korver. The Hawks lead by 21.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Atlanta.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was...
And for the year now, they'll wrap up their win total.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
I'm sure it meant a lot to them not letting a conference opponent get the better of them.
That's
important to them for sure.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Paul Millsap. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Wong in a 2-guard. Taj Gibson is out there with Portis. Then it's Brooks. And it's McDermott in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges, he does all the little stuff.
即係例如點啊？講笑話嘅時候，你咪笑下咯。如果你講笑話，人哋講笑話你唔笑嘅話，咁點算咧？
27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Schroeder. Brooks covering. Now here's Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. Teague with a clean look. Great look. Now Freak. A three-pointer, no good. Takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise the kind of win they did tonight.
And
well, Paul, congratulations
on the 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin, and now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Millsap. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
最後一場，梗係繼續打啦。玩咩先？繼續比賽啊！嗯？咩話？
Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling these cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, my mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice. So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address
嗰個人啲學決定啦，我可以攞電話叫清單嚟送你走。
Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
Like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything.
嗱，唔好開翻嚟睇
I'm
啊！
saying it.
警告你
Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No, no more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me.
係啊，其實佢哋應該係重複做咗好多次，
Really?
剪片剪成功嗰次出嚟啫嘛，你睇。佢係一段剪落去嘅。
You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got incarcerated, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor. By attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? It's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time, but looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak. Gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
超人喎，超勁喎！
Cece,
Yvette,
where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you, and I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
Oh, the dap.
Oh,
okay.
Oh.
Okay, for this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot, swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, swish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
喂，有留言係咯，唔好意思。我做咩又去呢度啊？真係搞事。呢個係邊個 ？Elden。Richard 係邊個嚟嘅咧？唉，唔理啦。總之，多謝你上面睇我 channel 嚇，多謝晒，多謝你上面睇我段片。咁咧，我哋有個依例嘅就係咧，比賽前要41球3分波。係啊，最差。一定要入去喎！啲上反好咗，一定要入喎啊！哇！一定要射入為止喎，你未聽過？ 我而家射緊喎已經。哦，追入嚟，一定要3分，要入一定要入3分，3分就踩界你，3分啊想點啊？OK， 咁係啦，咁喺度啦，我哋就開始最後一場比賽啦，嚟啦。不過場場都輸唔緊要。
This is it. The last game of my rookie season.
你唔係喎。
Kind of hard to believe.
你講啲咁嘅
82
嘢
games
嘅。
have gone by in a blur.
比賽都未開始，你
I
就
know we're
話
on
已
the
經
outside
輸
looking
啦。
in when it comes to playoffs. But that
我
doesn't
冇
mean I
遇
can't
過，
go
大
out
家
and
唔好
give
聽
it
佢。
everything I had one last time. So here goes nothing.
我哋咧就係、我以為起碼有次會贏，但係點知都係輸。但係原因咧，真係緊張。原因咧係因為原來咧我哋個 friend 咧就發放一啲謠言咧，話我啲隊友咧就冇體育精神啦咁樣。我住人哋啲時間，可能人哋就要瞓覺啦，嗰隻人啊！睇一睇我哋段片。
Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Heritage comes in for Pau Gasol. And Freak subbed in for McDermott. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Grant at small forward with Noel at the 4. Kendall Marshall out there with Smith. And it's Embiid in at the 5 spot.
You know, that's terrific offensive agility, footwork, and quickness there to get to the hoop.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, his fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Pass to Wall.
我哋有波掂啦，終於一個轉身，華拉。算啦，射波啦咁。
No good on the shot at that time. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against Toronto.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at it, wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
That is good.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there.
我終於有波入啦，唉，好開心，係想攬。都話啦，內線得啦，我先搶。
No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
你想學我啊？冇。
He dishes it to Noel.
你想學我係冇可能。
Outside. Steps back and fires. Again, Philadelphia.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
你睇下隊友又相信我啦，唔好意思，sorry。
Marshall with it, working on Rose. Here's Smith. Got a hand on it. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
I think they felt that game slipped away from them. And it wasn't so much that they missed a lot of shots as much as it was they fought foul trouble the whole night.
Gibson with the steal.
22，交俾22啊！
And the rejection by Embiid. Second chance effort, but they'll get another chance. With 1 on the clock, and the shot is good. Butler's got it back down to single digits for Chicago.
Don't take your eyes off of him because
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. 76ers lead by 9. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls. I think you'd have to say Gasol's decision to go to Chicago. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Butler, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. And Freak subbed in for Kirk Heinrich. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the lengthy duo of Noel and Embiid down low. Smith is out there with Kendall Marshall. And it's Grant in at the small forward position. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans looked really strong. He finished with 8 points, and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing. I hope it continues.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark.
今日我哋12點後先瞓覺㗎。
Loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say.
知唔知點解啊？
Exactly, and it will in time.
因為今日大除夕啊，個個都要等到12點之後先瞓覺㗎。我哋一定要倒數啊，大聲啲啊，知唔知啊？我啲觀眾聽住㗎。
And I think they should continue.
我啲觀眾喺度聽我哋倒數好啊！我係直接拍咗，我好似第3次俾你，今次第3次俾你。雙重 pair 梗係唔係啦，係之前嗰啲比賽全部我哋第4次嘅時候冇得出場㗎嘛。第4次啊，教練唔俾我哋出場。
They've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injury.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Smith outside. There's a screen by Noel. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
And Kevin, a lot of people wondered how would he bounce back from that knee. And I have to say, it was pretty good. I mean, he finished third in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
And he can't hit the
And you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
And Marshall kicks to Smith.
No
good with the layup.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that
one.
Now here's Freak, covered by Smith. Here's Wong. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
Rose attacking, and he gets it to go. Rose has got 6 points in the quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And we've reached...
狂撳 X 啊，唔該。狂撳 X 啊！唔好停啊！狂撳啊！明嗎？狂撳！狂撳啦，繼續撳。
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Bulls trail by 15. Wall, he's in at shooting guard. Mirotic is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Brooks, and it's Heinrich in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball. Since entering the second half. Grant with the ball. He's picked up by Heinrich. Unloads from 13. And it's Noel missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky right there for the D.
Grant against Brooks.
唔係，梗係唔係長期企啦？呢個得3秒㗎咋。
And he gets the 3-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that
嗰3秒
loose
區
right now.
知唔知
Definitely
打？
not. I mean, things
嗰
have
叫
to
3
be
秒
tight. You want to be
區。
playing smart.
你企入去咧，過咗3秒咧就
You
犯
don't
規
want
啦。
to be brain fading right now.
And the Bulls making a change here. Butler's checked in. 1:27 left here in the third quarter.
嗰個第四節。
Now the Bulls with it. They trail by 11. Taking a look at the 76ers. Embiid is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Okafor, and it's Stauskas in at the 2.
你冇獨食啦，阿老兄啊喂，幫唔到你啊老兄，你咁樣獨食法。Hello， 先生，你好高喎，打你。
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul. Coming onto the floor for the 76ers. Carl Landon. Robert Covington.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This was a very strong...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
No.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this up.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight.
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular.
Hola.
I know money isn't everything to you, Freak, and I find it hard to say this, but I've grown to respect that. You're a man of conviction, but it's my responsibility to point out the consequences of that way of thinking. Now, for you, winning is everything, but winning isn't something you could do alone. It requires excellent, or at the very least, competent coaching, contributing teammates, and God willing, good health. And we all know that's not a guarantee. Now, the reality is you're not in control of any of those other factors, but if you, as the star player, fail to win and deliver a championship, you will be held responsible. You will be scapegoated, you will be villainized, and you will be punished accordingly. So when you say to me that as a free agent, all you care about is being in the best position to win, I understand what you mean. But again, that's not only up to you. Now, I'm going to call my guy and apologize. I'm going to get us a private plane for this tour. I promise you, you're going to love the free agent.
I'll talk to you.
Your relationship with Vic has unfortunately cost us in some of these negotiations. We had 10 teams interested. We now only have 3. But thankfully, you wised up when it came to Vic.
唔好玩啦，你冷靜啲。
Have you been in contact with Vic? Yo, Freak, look at me.
He still has one of my cars, Dom.
What did I tell you about the L word?
The L word? What is...
Loyalty. I don't know what kind of hold this Vic has over you, but it makes me scared. You're a free agent for the first time in your career, and the only person you need to be loyal to is you. You need to be an FOF. You need to be a friend of Freak. Let's forget about winning without appropriate compensation and loyalty that hasn't been earned and isn't deserved. This is a tough business, Freak. We need to be tougher. Come on.
CC?
Lord Jesus, I was about to blow a gasket. Okay, Freak. Now, there are very few options on the table, and I want you to explore them all before making your final decision. Whatever you decide, it needs to be an informed decision, not
貓啊，好
emotional.
中意俾
The
人
larger
腳
the
篤
markets,
屎忽
the
嘅，你
greater
擰住
resources
本
at
身
your
咯。
disposal. And
貓啊，好
expensive.
中意俾人用腳
If you
篤
don't
屎
allocate
忽
these
嘅，
resources
你擰。
properly, then it's just a big spotlight on you.
係我拗你肚腩啊，不過我驚我拗
She's
錯，拗落咗
right,
少
Freak.
少咁多得啊。
Absolutely. Team Freak. That's where we're
拗啦，唔好意思拗落咗，你唔好意思啊。
Yeah, why you got so certain
發
I'm
咗
gonna
部
lose?
電話啊
No
你
one。thinks you're going to lose.
拗屎忽啦咁。
We just want you to select a franchise that has great coaching, super talent, exposure, but most importantly, a ton of cap space. If the team doesn't win and you're to blame, at least you won't be broke, capiche?
Also, you should make sure it's somewhere you want to raise a family, but
哇！
no
你冇
pressure.
力喎你。
You guys have made this decision so much easier.
What did mom and dad say?
You know what they said. I mean, but honestly, I'm torn. I've heard and listened to what you
哦，
all
咁你
had to
輸啊！
say.
你成飛起咗。
Don't take this the wrong way. There's just one person I haven't
你
heard
輸啊！
from.
你
and
錯切
that's
嘅
Vic.
飛起。
Lord help us.
哎呀哎呀，唔好意思。
Yo, Vic, where you at? I've been trying to call you,
錯
man.
腳嘅。
Hit me back.
哎呀哎呀，唔好意思唔好意
You
思
know
唔好
him.
意
He's probably somewhere too loud to hear his phone.
思。唔係嘅，咪特登
I
咯。
think Vic's actually upset with me.
之後夠嘅，應該以前就之後嘅，真啦。 係啊，你問到我啦喎。
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
2分鐘。係啊，佢對我嘅興趣度咯，呢個對我最高啦。3個球隊嘅呢隊啦，第一隊，第二隊，最後就真係揀最高嗰啲啦。 揀3個強勢嘅球隊，揀一個先。梗係唔係啦，姚明都唔關事，最強勢係呢3隊。好，歌咁。呢3個都係真嘅。
Hello. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today. I especially like to thank God, my Lord and Savior, my family, my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, twin sister and manager, Cece, my lady. Thank you guys for all your support. I'd also like to thank all the fans, and all the people out there who consider themselves an FOF, a friend of Freak. My free agency has been nothing short of amazing. And frankly, it has been a dream come true. But like most dreams, the reality is very different from what I imagined. Though I wouldn't change a thing about this period and the time I spent in the NBA, I can honestly say that nothing has been more gratifying and more difficult than choosing where to play next year. Without the wise counsel of my loved ones, nothing puts me at ease more than knowing that regardless of my decision, you guys will be there for me no matter what. Now, there are so many wonderful teams in the league, each filled with stellar talent and all vying to be number one. For me, there's nothing more important than winning and surrounding ourselves with those who feel just as passionately about the game as I do and have an unrelenting desire to win a championship ring. That's what matters most to me. It is for this reason, above all, I've decided to go to the Golden State Warriors.
啲潮水拍嗰啲圖。
Talent they have on that team, they can win a championship this year.
You think so? And you know what that means?
I'm gonna get
Cha-ching.
I love it.
I know.
Yes, my man. All right. All right, son. Congratulations.
咩啊？兩個。另外嗰個阿妹嘅 ，Joey 㗎。細少少。
Yo, fool, where you been? I've been trying to call you.
Mr. Freak?
Yo, who's this?
This is Officer Vasquez with the 9th Precinct.
Officer Vasquez? What did Vic do now?
Mr. Freak, there's been an accident. Look, we're gonna need you to come down to the following address as soon as possible.
What kind of accident? Put Vic on the phone.
I can't do that, sir.
No, you're not hearing me. I want to talk to Vic.
Look, sir, we need you to come.
hello 呢位觀眾 ，hello。啱啱咧我就揀球隊啦，咁我就揀咗邊個球員
Mr. Freak, Mr. Van Leer was killed in a car accident.
What's going on? Give me the phone.
The car he was driving was registered to you. We were able to identify him from the
Listen
flyers
to
in
me.
his possession.
Freak,
I don't want to talk to you no more.
Freak, give me the phone. Hi, excuse me. Hi. Yes. This is Cece. This is Freak's manager. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, yes, look, we're gonna need somebody to come down and identify Mr. Van Leer. Eyewitnesses say that he was involved in a car chase. 2 cars were chasing him, and as the chase escalated, he eventually lost control and crashed. Look, I'm really sorry for your loss.
Hello. Outside of the deceased, is anybody else injured?
Vic died in a car accident.
What?
Yeah, they said he was in a car chase.
No.
Freak, I'm sorry. He died.
I'm so sorry, Freak. Freak, I am so sorry.
哇！第一次見主角喊嘅樣。我個朋友咧，你話嗰個喺電視上咁樣嗰個咧，死咗咯，一宗車禍咯，俾2架車追咗咯。
Right here in the dome.
Yeah, when I was all about living the dream. Yeah. I know it'll be some nightmares.
As Daddy always says, all that glitters ain't gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss my brother Vic.
你頭先冇睇啊。
Deep down, he was a good person at heart, but he was never quite right. Something was always off with him, even when we were little growing up.
I know, but I loved him anyway. I knew he was trying to take advantage of our friendship, but I didn't care. We were boys, ride or die. You know that?
Ride or die.
Just hope Vic finally found peace and depth that he never found in life.
Well, may he rest in power. When you really sit down and think about it, life is about the blink of an eye, and that's so quick.
Yeah.
We spend a third sleeping in bed, a third trying to figure this thing called life out. Yo, by the time we think you got it all figured out, you only got a third of your life left.
Yeah, life's a trip.
Say that again.
Life's a trip.
10 times 10.
新入嚟嗰個觀眾，可唔可以 send 個 hi 等我知道你係邊個咧？
Come on, let's bounce.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about to wake up the project like I used to.
Better
remember?
not. You better
唔
not.
該，新入嚟嗰位觀眾，我想問下你，你可唔可以 send 個 hi 嚟等我知道你係邊個咧？得咧？
Why are you sneaking up on us?
We thought you two left town yesterday after the funeral.
We decided to stay one more day.
Oh, I'm so glad you did. I wish we had known you were coming. We would have made you something to eat.
Yes, okay.
What y'all doing?
Shit, chatting.
Yeah, talking about yesterday's service.
Oh, okay.
How you holding up, son?
You know what? I'm okay, Pops. But you know what? We love you too so much. And it's only now that I'm realizing how much you sacrificed for Cece and myself. Because you know, Vic didn't really get to know his father growing up. We were lucky to grow up in a household with 2 loving parents. And you know what's sad to say? People thought we had a highly unusual home in a project.
Let's talk about the negative effects of boys. And it's helped me in my relationship. Anywho, I know that all men are not dogs because I had a great father. I
was there too. He didn't do it alone now.
Thank you, daughter. I did what my father did, and his father, and his father before that. A man, a real man, will always be involved in his children's lives. I love your mother. We had our ups and downs, but I love her more than life itself. You two are a direct result of that true love.
Yeah, we know that.
Switching subjects. I know the both of you like I know the back of my hand. You said you were leaving after the service. Why are you here out of the blue?
We can't stop by and show our love and appreciation for our
brother. What's happening?
Yeah, come clean.
Okay.
Oh,
Me and Cece want to give you a little present.
Small but payment for everything you've done for us.
Yeah, all the sacrifices you've made.
And we want nothing in return but your love. And grandchildren.
But get married first.
Yeah, save your money.
哇嚟啊嚟啊嚟啊！有冇刀啊？插電話刀喺度啊！一嘢插落去。
Maybe, but one day is not today.
係啊，幫你彈啦，你唔知？啊，俾我睇下你彈咩光？你俾我睇下你。係咩？
Love you soon. Call us when you get there, okay?
Okay, Mama.
Yeah, y'all
但係
call
你
us
睇
as
住咗
soon
你
as you
點
get
算
back.
啊？
Right, as soon as you land.
All right, promise.
Take care of your brother.
Of course, always.
I got this.
勁嚟，我幫你嚟多嘢。
Hey, did you forget something?
No, you do me a favor and head to the sofa.
食咩啫你？
Sofa? What's at the sofa?
Just look
再
behind
嚟
the
再嚟
cushion.
再嚟再嚟。
Behind the cushion.
啊！大佬，我哋玩求其啦。
What's in the envelope?
Just look inside, Mama.
Pete, you open it. Hey, Frequency, what's
咁
this?
廢㗎，
Look
大
like it
佬。
opens doors.
Keys to a house.
Uh-huh.
A new home?
Uh-huh.
Son, I done told you and your sister a million times.
Take
Me
me
and
there.
mother are very comfortable right where we are.
咁廢啊！
This is Harlem,
殺咗。
USA. Project or no project. This is our apartment. This is the home we made for you to raise you up right in. We're not moving like everybody else. Tell him.
Frequency, we both appreciate it very much. I mean, we're very grateful.
Okay,
honey.
look, there's something else in the envelope.
Pete, he says look inside the envelope.
What?
Well, look inside.
Yeah. Oh, Eddie. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Baby, pack your bags.
We are living the dream. Oh.
Thank y'all. Love you.
All right, love you guys.
Love you.
Dear Freak, by the time you read this letter, I'll be long gone. I wrote this letter because it's the only way I think my voice will ever be heard. This piece of yellow paper is the only way I'll ever get any of you to stop, listen, and really get to know me. Victor Van Leer.
啊死咗啦佢。
But even in the most unsettling times, there was a
新
break
白
in
色
the
嘅
tide.
死咗。
Father was the
啊，
rocky
靈魂
water,
嚟嘅啫喎。
and my mom's was the gentle sun. Pops did a lot of foolish stuff.
辛苦都係
When
啦。
he wasn't trashed and it was
辛苦
actually
都係
taking
啦
the。 time to be a father, he'd say, Vic, you got one life, a fragile life. God can take this life whenever he sees fit. So live and live plentiful. Each day God gives, live it
唔得
in
嘅咩？
abundance.
幽靈唔可以有腳，係咪唔可以有腳先？
My pops was a smart
誒
dude,
哇！激到啦！
most dangerous kind, educated and street smart. And this apple didn't
我
fall too
黏
far
到
from the
啊！
tree. My mom, yo, She was an angel. No matter how heavy the hand, she would do anything. And because I was casted into that darkness, she was the voice I followed back to the light. I was so young.
咁多毛毛啦，咁多毛毛啦。
Flesh carries the scars and memories that won't fade.
不要睇，不要睇，不要睇。
The reason I'm as
即刻幫你埋隻，即刻幫你解鎖翻隻小紅帽一嘢賣出去，或者將你成隻污劣而賣咗出去。
Where there's pain,
a
simple kiss.
變咩態啫？
Where I love you.
屌咁廢啊，未採極，廢嘅。廢啊你咁廢啊！係咪唔俾我講嘢啊？而家你講得嘢啊？我講咗你。
She of all people was taken from me. The only one good thing I ever had in my life. That was my mother. You ever feel lonely?
唔廢啊！你仲未極。
Well, I didn't have any siblings. No one claimed me as their own.
咩啊？
It is the first time in my life I even
唔知喎。
questioned the point of living at all.
真唔知。
If it wasn't for your family taking me in, I swear I was going to open my wrist or jump in front of the A train.
之後再咩天啊？仲有咧？
But I found love.
錯啦，之後係水天啊，拉發葉啊，徒弟。
Mr. P. Man, he was the complete opposite of who my dad was. He was foreign to me. He was a good man, and to be honest, he intimidated me. I didn't believe I could ever be the man he tried to be.
你就係囚犯，我要替天行道。
Miss Martha.
第日斬，大型時候。
Real talk, I was in love with that woman. Frick, if you're reading this right now, I'm sorry. I never met one hottie that came close to her. Mr. Peter's a lucky dude. But unlike my dad, he could recognize the angel in his presence. Aside from my own mom, she's the only other person I truly think understood me. Just wanted to be loved, yo. I just wanted to belong. CC.
我有咯喎已經，即係我買咗咯喎已經。頭先我亂打咯係啲字，佢話依家有啲字咯。
好啦，咁即刻幫你賣翻出去先，喺邊咧？咦，冇見喎。我又冇圈喎，我又點算啊？點算？
有啊，呢個咯，
幫你打埋佢先。打晒佢。
唔可以打爆佢。
CC。
你打狗嗰個，你打狗嗰個。
好，我打狗嗰個。
我嗰度有9張。
OK。
你想點啊？
我想睇少少嘢啫。好。
Work ethic and never settling for less. Which, that's why I didn't stand a chance. King and me, a big fat zero. She was cool though. Chill. But she wasn't being all uptight. That girl was mad funny. I could see why you fell in love with her. She could make any man better. She was exactly what I wanted, and definitely what you needed. Frequency vibrations. My boy, my blood. I'm sorry I couldn't be as great as you. I'm sorry I was your weight and not your pedestal. I wanted to be a lot of things. I thought I was the next prodigy. Then you hit that court, and I knew. It was it. It was you, freak. It was you. I didn't have much of a life. At least not one I could be proud of. I never said this to you, but I wanted to be you. All I wanted was a taste, just a little taste of everything I never had. Can you blame me? Like my dad said, life is short, and I just wanted to live it abundantly. I know it hurts, but your life can be better without me. There's nothing holding you down anymore, freak. I believe in you.
唔唱嗰首定係唔唱歌啊？
Hey, bring that Jesus piece back for your boy, though. You know, the shuttles work. I love you, freak. At least I did something right. At the end, I felt as though I had no place here anymore. I never felt as though I belonged. Maybe.
你翻我啊！我架部電話。
你想打邊關先？
我唔想打。
打蝴蝶啦！
打咗啦！唔夠體力。
你一個人打得啦，得啦，你信我。
唔係啊，打咗啦，蝴蝶先啊，蝴蝶。打咗啦，我。冇啦冇啦。
你知唔知打咗先得啊？
嚇！
你知唔知你打咗嘅話咧？你攞嚟儲運咧，儲極運打安全先最好啊，傻仔。
話傻仔。傻仔。你先傻仔。
你識唔識打機嘅？
你先傻仔。
得入邊個？大家幫你退出啦，你唔好打蝴蝶。係咪傻仔啊我？係咪啊？係咪先？係咪先？
你唔係傻仔。你唔係傻仔。
Kristen in power. Vic.
傻佬啊！打咪傻佬啊！你講啊！係咪傻佬啊？
Salutations, I am Sharonis Jackson. Portraying the role of Frequency Vibrations, aka Freak. I am from the Inland Empire, California, Philadelphia born, just showing love to everybody out there. That's a FOF.
Hello, world. It's your boy Wade Wilson, aka Big Van Leah, Basquiat, and FOF, friend of Freak. Hey, I was born in Oakland, raised in Richmond, represent all day. Love y'all.
What's up, world? My name is Michelle Mitchenor. I play Cece. I'm representing Jersey. Shout out to my people on the shore and in the city. I'm now residing in LA, living the dream.
What's up, family? This is Gina Breedlove from Fort Greene, representing the Republic of Brooklyn, New York. I play Miss Martha. I wish you all so much love and peace.
What's up, everybody? My name is Art Richardson. I play Mr. Pete. I'm a GI soldier. That's Gary, Indiana, for those that don't know. And remember, it's not just a game.
What's up, y'all? My name is Anya Engel Adams, a.k.a. Yvette Ming Ching. And I'm originally from upstate New York by way of South Florida, representing for all the independent ladies. And just let them know we got our own, boo. Mwah.
Al Palagonia. Born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in Queens, New York, reprising the role of super sports agent Dom Pagnotti. That's right, the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1, the best. You see this watch? That's diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. That's like speed and power, and that's what I have. I'm the best, and I will represent you. Freaking and vibing, freaking and vibing, freaking and vibing. Go 2K16, yeah, boy!
Yo, hear me clearly and hear me good. I am Paul Garanghelli from Petaluma, California, also known as P-Town, home of the butter and egg and mocap madness, and I play the team owner.
Hello, my name is Spike Lee. I hope.
OK， 我哋可以飛啦，其他我哋唔識嘅，因為完整觀看活在夢中，學停咯，主持緊。我哋其實係咪爆咗 game？ 有冇人知？有冇人知我哋係咪爆咗 game？ 哎呀，好似爆咗 game。啊，好似爆咗機喎，我哋。短短我哋玩咗成個幾鐘喎。 媽媽係咪大食會㗎？
Welcome to your second NBA season. Now that your career is progressing and your brand is growing, you will be challenged with managing increasing demands off the court. In between games, you'll have decisions to make on how to spend your off days. Will you refine your skill on the court and work on increasing your attributes in live practices? Do you want to earn fame and extra money by partnering with global brands? Or would you rather establish personal connections with some of the game's most influential personalities, which bring with them a variety of rewards? The choice is yours.
OK， 咁我哋而家係咩咧？好啦，咁我哋繼續噶咯喎。哇，3分啫。今日咧我就係打呢個球季啊，我哋玩唔玩啊？係啊，玩埋佢啦。
The 2K Sports pregame show.
好啦，呢個係第二個球季。
Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season. Both squads believing this will be a great year. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. And for Golden State, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And, of course, Freak playing here tonight. You probably heard his story by now. Lost a friend of a long time in the off-season. Very tough to deal with, obviously. How hard is it going to be for him to get his focus back, Shaq?
It's going to be tough, Ernie. He lost someone that he knew for a long time, and it's going to weigh on him. This will be one of his most trying seasons of his career.
Man, I feel for Freak, man. It's not going to be easy. I mean, but it's an opportunity to grow. You know, a lot of guys, Ernie, you put in this position, you know, you just kind of let the court be.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. It's all about conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to... Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Looney comes in for Bogut. Freak's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got West. Bill's out there with Green. Then there's Jared Dudley, and it's Diaw in at the power forward position.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now Mills. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Lets it go with the three. And Jared Dudley gets the three.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Warriors lead by 3. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
你密碼開先，嗱你行開你，要信任表哥㗎，嗱。你唔信任表哥係唔得。
Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
得你信任我，我唔會
It's a really difficult road to navigate.
點解我唔可以同我個偶像上場
And sometimes, even though it's difficult, with that kind of weight on your heart, the focus you have to give to the game can sometimes be a source of solitude because you really can't be thinking about anything else when you get between those lines, and sometimes that can be helpful in the process of moving forward.
Well said. Your perspective is always appreciated.
Appreciate that, Kevin.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Wong in at shooting guard. Ezeli is out there with Looney. Then there's Ian Clark, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
點解咁嘅呢個球季點解可以有咁多嘅即係點接觸球嘅機會呢？呢場又真係非常之唔
Parker kicks to Leonard.
唔會令佢哋失望。
It's rebounded by Golden State. Iguodala outside to the left wing. Curry with it. Picked up by Ginobili. Takes it from 10. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
我偶像我一陣開波打死你嘅真係。
Very close to it.
一開波殺咗你。
And that concludes.
咩啊？冇咩啊？我計啊！
咩啊？你個白晒褲啊，仔冇用㗎你！你冇用嘅。
乖大笨象啊！隻七，我詠親第82門子，你咩名堂啊？阿渣阿渣。
We're being unselfish with the ball and it's working. All the scoring opportunities have been coming from the passing on that end of the floor. And I want to see that continue. At least we're on target from beyond the arc. There was some good long-range shooting for us in that half. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Manu Ginobili.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Draymond Green. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
On the court for San Antonio. Under the 3 and Dial the 4. Mills out there with Parker, and it's Aldridge in at the 5 spot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The first free throw is good. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator, but I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
And you can sense
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some games in the background, he doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the...
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
唔介意啊？
你撳咗？
唔係。
係啊，你撳咗重新開機啊！睇下啊，嗱咁樣重新。
真係個頭。係咪知我啊？係咪整我先？
你依家用呢招冇用嘅。啊，講
係啊，咁我要用多啲啦。
You didn't make much of a contribution tonight in the win. Is it fair to say you were coasting?
No, it's not fair at all. I work hard to be an important contributor to this team. And they know they're never getting anything less than 100% from me. But I ain't perfect. Sometimes I just have a bad game. And that's what happens to me. A bad game. That's it. Let's move on. Who's next?
Critics might say you were just chasing numbers in a game tonight that was clearly in hand. Agree or disagree?
You know I don't agree with that. I'm going to play hard whenever coach puts me out there. And that's all there is to it. It's not about numbers or anything else. It's about the win and the fact that I give 100% on the court no matter the score or the opponent. Look, that's just how I'm wired.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend, Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
Look, last year went by in a flash, so I ain't even thinking about it no more. It's about what I can do now with this team right here. Vic's gone, and sometimes I still can't believe it. But he's in a better place, and that has nothing to do with my play this season. None. So from now on, let's not bring up my past, and let's keep these things at basketball only, all right? I'm ready to take the next step this season, and that's all you need to know. Thank you.
睇下咩歌嚟？睇下啫，真係睇下啫。
但係我要咁樣噶嘛？你咁樣
係咪啊？係咪咁樣啊？
唔係。
咁啊，好少少先。哇！唔醒啊！係咪啊？嗱，係咪唔好啊？冇力咁唔使打機啦，係嘛？冇力唔使打機噶咯，應該係嘛？咁係咪冇力啊？
多力，你俾我啊！嗱，我哋呢一件咧爆眼嘅條仔，我唔
嗱，如果爆唔到啊，點啊？你話？如果爆唔到啊，點啊？你話我咪輸話？願賭服輸。
我補翻，
好一球，願賭服輸啦，係嘛？佢同我比喎，佢話如果邊個最先最先可以爆到籃嘅話，輸咗嗰個要受折喎。佢而家唔願賭服輸喎，我第一球即刻爆籃喎，佢第三球先爆籃。呀！
你先可以爆到籃嘅。
啊，睇住咩叫爆籃啦！
我話睇啦。
過嚟啊！
咁渣㗎！
嚟啦，試下啦！
好啊！
見到木豬喎，小朋友。
小朋友。
睇下先啊！
冇可能喎，點會咁㗎？嗱，咁上籃啊，就冇上籃啊嘛，我上籃可能你突然之間又出咗爆籃喎。 但想諗咧，如果咧上課嘅話咧，就節啊，就節啊，好唔好啊？
等陣先。好啦。我哋知咗先。我有知咗線又講啊！
我數不住過人言生死，入大籃咯，入樽啦，入樽得唔得啊？入樽有冇入樽啊？你呢度有冇入樽？你都冇入樽嘅點解呢度？哇！你真係好少錢喎。啊，鬥彩籃啊！
唔該。
咁快啲俾佢。
有乜坐住？我哋買咗賣 park 服裝先。
咩嚟㗎？
賣 park 㗎。囚犯衫。邊個上嚟啊嘛？邊個夠膽就上嚟啊！對住，準備上唔到嚟喎，好似咁嗱，上到過咯，人哋冇都唔緊要嘅。你行開先，你夠膽你過嚟。喂，你懶仔。
咩？臭嘅。你啲地香。我嗰時問到乜咁。
而家先嚟料㗎嘛，傻嘅咩？哇！救命啊！打你一巴先。
呢個標誌咪就係嗰個。
係啊，你又知嘅？
我咩？我有咩唔知啊？
嗱，
有咩都知㗎嘛？
係啊。跌落去。冇啊！又嗱，好危險㗎呢塊嘢。跌死人㗎！叉電。嗱咁咧，唉，救命啊！球鞋啦，我哋揀。咁又唔升級個球員咧，真係買少少服裝先。買 park，你知特 Nike Jordan 啦，梗係要係嘛？Air Jordan。 最新嗰一代係邊個？呢代喎，係咪呢代？喂，嗱，又諗一下 Michael Jordan 最新嗰對好似係邊隊？係啊，好似係呢隊15，好似係咪越貴越新？都係呢隊最新，冇記錯。食咩啊你？咩嚟㗎？咩糖啊？咩糖啊？俾個機會你答多次。好啦，咁各位觀眾，咁咧我哋咧就hello， 啱啱入嚟嘅觀眾，咁唔好意思啦，咁我哋咧就打完咁多場比賽有啲攰。我射3球3分波入嘅3分波俾大家睇，射完咧我就要即係點啊？下線啦，係啦。咁咧我就要即係唔拍啦，因為都唔拍。我射埋呢3球3分波咧，射入埋呢3球3分波，咁我就完啦。咁大家希望大家好好欣賞我射籃啦。
咩爆籃咧？
你話㗎咋？唔係我講㗎，係佢講㗎，咁我嚟做一次俾大家。失敗算啦，唔緊要啦，我哋射籃3球，加多一個爆籃啦，臨時，唉，費事喺度嘅真係。我係特登嘅，嗱，睇下邊個最慢入咧，就要俾人截啦嚇。好，到。我要到我啦，好啦。如果呢球我入咗，你就知㗎啦。即係邊個最先入咧，另外嗰隊就俾人知啦。我咧就好勁嘅，願賭服輸嘅我就唔驚你嘅。
你做咩啊？望住我度啦！好嘅。
好啦，跟住我喺另一邊射先，通常都係咁嘅。
嚇死我！
捉住啦！
We had a lot of competition.
係咯，但啦，唔緊要啦，都俾人截下啫嘛，係咪先？唔緊要啦，係。 算啦，好唔好啊？
Tune in now.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met
a never
knew things till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. Put my back to the wall. Scrap with my dog. Rap with my dog. Cat with my dog.
夜睇咩叫真正暴浪啊！過嚟啊！嗱，見到牧師啊，阿先生啊，見到牧師啊！新年快樂啦！嗰種未啦，但係不過都講定先啦，新年快樂啦！多啲就係點樣咧？新年快樂咁樣咧就希望你哋肯即係點啊？訂閱我 channel 啦，係啦，share 啦 ，share 出去俾你啲朋友，介紹下俾你啲朋友睇我嘅 channel 啦嚇。係啦，就咁樣啦。好，大家再見，新年快樂！哦。